It's Thursday night with Karri and Nancy and whoever else wants to come on. Um, Tonight we're gonna highlight Surface Crack, one of my favorite products from Pure Home Paints. It's one of those products that you can use a little or a lot, depending on what kind of look you're looking for. You can add a little depth and texture. It gives you that old crackle look without um, the wear and tear on your furniture. You can make anything new look old. Look at this. We'll highlight this. Here's Beans. Beans is here. We're waiting for Nancy to come on. Say hi, Beaners. Um, as soon as Nancy gets on, we'll split the screen for a little bit, and we'll let Nancy, the developer, talk to you about this wonderful product, and then I'll show you how I like to use it. Oh, by the way, I just want to show you. All this stuff's in the way. I'm going to move it. Here's my finished lamp. I did it in barn door with a chestnut glaze, and there's the stainless steel looking shade. I'd turn my phone, but it won't let me. Isn't it cute? Alrighty. Still, we're just waiting for Nancy to come on. It's raining here in Iowa, so it's not so much fun. Got a little humidity going on. But get your questions ready. Let's see if I can do this again. Nancy, Nancy. Nancy. Done. We're going to invite her. Okay. So, like I said, we're going to do Surface Crack tonight. If you have followed us before, Heidi and I did a two-part series on a laminate cabinet that I used Surface Crack on. The transformation was pretty much amazing. And again, this is one of my favorite products from the line because it's very versatile. Actually, while we're waiting for Nancy, I will take you up front and show you a piece that has it on there. Excuse me. So this piece I did, and it was all new wood, reclaimed. Hi, kitty. And I just used Surface Crack in certain areas on it, just to give it some kind of texture. Can you see that? There you go. I didn't use it all over. I just put it in spots. Gives a great look. And actually, I think Heidi has I used it on this piece too, but there's so much going on with this piece, I don't know where it is. It's everywhere. So this is a good example of real old cracking that we're going to try to copy. So that's what we're going to do with our product. There's Heidi. She'll come back and join us in a minute. Hi, Nancy. I invited you to come on. I don't think I have anything else here on the floor right now that has the Surface Crack on it. But we'll go. There's Nancy. Approve her. Add her. I know you love walking through our messes and mazes here. La 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 la.
Hey, it's me again, Alfred. Alfred. Live here in West.
Nancy, you look scared.
You're so funny. He wants to be a comedian.
Apparently.
And there's the woman of the hour.
No, I think
we lost Alfred.
Oh, here's my brushes. I was looking for my brushes.
Okay, so So what we're gonna try a little different tonight. We're gonna do a little chatting with Nancy, and then we're gonna take her off, and then we're gonna go, and I'm gonna show you my stuff, right? We're gonna do a little chatting with Nancy, and then we're gonna take her off, and then we're gonna go, and I'm gonna show you my stuff, right?
Yeah, Nancy first.
Nancy first. There's an echo. You might want to turn down your computer.
How about that? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay, now we're better. Well, Nancy's getting her stuff prepped right now.
The heck?
There she is.
I call you and call you. So my camera is set on Surface Crack. So that's what they're going to see. La, la, la. So what you got to show us, Nance?
Before we start to do anything, maybe we should show what's around here. What do you think?
Yes, please do. Yes.
This is pretty cool. And I've got some like zany ideas here also. But this one was an old bulbous ceramic lamp that we could have had years ago. We should have bought them all at Goodwill for like $1. Can you see? Can you see the crack? So incredibly easy. So it's basically like glass. So you're painting it on and then putting the crackle on, letting it dry, and then painting over the top. So that was that. And then over here, we have the desk, which is an old Duncan Fife desk. And I just decided that, can you get closer so you could see? Can you see the cracks? These are kind of big cracks. So you could see, there you go. Oh, perfect. Those are kind of big cracks. So, I mean, it looks pretty cool. It's different, but it looks cool. And then let me show you what I did yesterday. What I did yesterday was I took these two mason jars and just had some paint underneath, put the crackle on, and then painted the top. And we can talk about the differences in techniques, which is pretty simple. Yes. Everybody pretty much knows the techniques. But this one I put more on and made larger cracks. And this one was vertical and not so much and made smaller cracks. So that looks pretty neat.
Right. And that's one thing that I do want to...
What?
That's one thing I do want to focus on is, you know, the different ways that you apply it, you get different looks with your cracks.
Right. And we will do that in a sec. Let me just finish up here. So this is just, these were just boards I did a long time ago that with Crackle. And then this one, excuse me. Uh-oh. Whoops. And this one was pretty cool because this one had Crackle on it, and then I took the texture and embossed it and with a stencil, and then put this over the top, and the Crackle is underneath.
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool.
And then I think, Karri, you said today you did it with hardware opulence.
I did it.
Maybe?
Yes, I did with hardware opulence, anyway. And then I also.
This is with shimmers. So it cracks the shimmer. So this was a long time ago too. And then the last thing I did, which was very interesting, and it's kind of telling, I took this tile, which we were doing patina the other week, and I just put the crackle on it, and then put the metallic paint on the top. So
Okay.
it doesn't, what I thought was going to happen did happen. It didn't crack too much because it's not supposed to, because of the binder, the resin that's inside with the metallic paint is like a top coat. So it's not, it's meant to be really strong and not crack, but the Crackle is a really good Crackle, and it did crack that, and so I did the same thing on wood, and you could see there's just a little cracks. And then this other one that I did was left over from the patina too, and it's got little cracks, but basically,
Right.
because I wanted to see if we could crack and have a yin and yang metallic effect, and we kind of do, but it's better to use the shimmer. The shimmer with the medium in it as opposed to the metallic paint, because you really will get the same effect, but you'll get cracks. So that's that.
Okay, so here's my question. I have a question, Nancy.
Mm-hmm.
I know in regular use we don't have to seal the shimmers, but I have had an experience before with the Crackle that I didn't get the sealer in all places, and when it got wet it bubbled up. So my question is, can we still seal over the shimmers with no problem?
Yes, and you should be, because that's right. You've got to seal to cover up the crack or the Crackle. You have to cover it.
Okay, the Crackle has to be sealed. Okay.
Or that will happen.
This is the one I did today. This is one of the vases again from the patina, and I just put some crack over it just to see. This was the shimmer, but I watered it down. It's stuff I've had that I used on the lamp and all this kind of stuff, and it seemed to crack pretty nice.
Oh yeah.
Can you see it?
Well, it should crack. There's no reason it shouldn't.
Oh, good.
No, that's good. That's good.
Awesome.
There's no reason that it shouldn't. But let me tell you, well, let's go briefly over what Crackle can do.
Okay.
Because this Crackle is like a sandwich. So this is if you've got the 2 layers of bread, which might be the two paints on the top and the bottom, and the Crackle is the peanut butter. So you're going to put the paint, or you're going to put a surface down, and then you're going to put the Crackle on, and then you put on the top whatever it is that you want to use as the top coat for, and it will crack. Like, what were we talking about? Like this. So I mean, it's simple. It's simple. So the Crackle is in between, and it does have to dry. And you can't add paint to it. It dries clear, and then you do whatever you want to do to it. You could put multiple colors on it too if you wanted to. But the basic rules for Crackle are, if you want thin cracks, small cracks, then you're going to put a really light coat on. And if you're going to do something like this, and you only wanted it to put it in a little corner, that's absolutely fine too. You can put it in a little corner, and you can have little pieces, and it will be fine. If you want to cracks, then you're going to put a thicker coat on, and it's going to look more like this. So thin is small cracks, thick is big cracks. Then there's another thing that you can do is, if you want vertical cracks, then you're going to take your brush and you're just going to go down straight like this, and you're going to get vertical cracks. If you want a mishmash, then you're going to cross hatch it like this, and then you're going to get bizarre cracks. So you have a lot of choices. And Crackle does have a mind of its own, so it's going to come out kind of how it wants, but this helps you
and the hardest part was working with the hardest part for me working with the Crackle is the dry time for the Crackle. You know, if you put it on thick and you want the big, thick cracks, it could take up to 30 minutes to dry. So don't get above, don't get hurry.
Okay, but here's what I just did, because we decided that we were going to maybe do a lampshade, and so I like, this is like an hour ago. So I put teak on it, and then I put it outside in the driveway to, because it's pretty hot, to dry and not too humid. And then I put the Crackle on it, and I put it back outside to dry, and it's both coats are dry. So now the moment
I use
truth
this.
comes.
Blow dryer. You cheater.
We keep it natural.
We use natural
we keep
here.
It natural here in California.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just telling you.
'Cause it never rains in Southern California.
It's what I do. Goodwill, $4. Best $4 I ever spent.
So I have some things here that we can do. Do you too, Karri? That we can do.
Yeah, I've got all. I'm like so cracked up tonight.
Crack?
Yeah, I'm totally cracked up tonight. I got all kinds of crack going on.
Well, you just go ahead. Maybe I'll just do this. Maybe I'll just do some.
Do yours real quick.
Okay. Well, what I did this yesterday, and
Yeah?
on this cabinet door, I can't remember if it was the top or the bottom, but one I put thin and one I put thick. So
Well, we're about to see, aren't we?
Oh yeah, the one other thing too, you guys, don't go back over it. Go back and back, because once it starts to crack, then that's how it is. You're not going to, if you go back over it and try and fix something, then you're going to take all the paint off. So you got to work fast. But
yeah,
other than that, it's easy. Okay, so I'm going to try this.
Okay. I'm going to drink my slushy.
Okay, hold on. And then it'll be your turn. And really, I don't care if it shows or doesn't show through. It's kind of cool to have it show through.
Yeah, sometimes I use a chippy brush just to get more of an effect, too.
It depends on how shabs you want it. How old. Vintage.
I'm telling you, Nancy, it's my favorite product in the line.
Really?
Yeah, because I can use it. You know, Tom builds a lot of new furniture, and it doesn't have the effect. And if I want to put a Crackle in a corner or a Crackle on a door.
But you know what? You could put the Crackle on, and then over that you can put patina too, or rust. So you can go over, over the glaze too if you want. Or
that's true.
Just the protective glaze. Okay, we got action.
Yeah. No.
Yes.
Okay.
I know.
So
it takes nothing.
Okay, I don't know. These are kind of big too. I don't know which way I went. But it's too late now.
Nancy doesn't know which way her crack went. Yeah.
Funny. Is it doing it?
Yeah, you can see it.
Oh yeah, look at that. See? Instant, you guys. That's why you like it, Karri, because it's instant success.
I know. It is. It's awesome.
Looks like a vintage cabinet now.
Mm-hmm. It does.
It's transformed.
It does.
From a modern to a vintage.
Yeah, and I've even taken like
I'm gonna do
so Nancy, I've even so you've got the one color down. I've let that dry, and then I've put a second coat like dry brushed over it, and it also cracks through. So it's you know, it stays active until you.
And you know why? That's because you haven't protected it, and you didn't put a top
right
coat on.
until
So
it's protected.
Good.
Right.
But as long as it's dry, you probably, let's see, there's no guarantees because I've never done a lampshade. But I'm still going to continue.
Dun.
Thinking it's going to work.
The drama.
The drama. a cracked lampshade in their house?
I don't know, but who has a stainless steel looking lampshade? This is the one I was
Yeah,
going
I
to show
know.
everyone. I finished this,
I think it's
and I
working.
put a barn.
Is
I
it
put a
working?
barnwood
Yeah, it's
paint on
cracking.
them.
As you can see, all the cracks now.
Can you see it, Karri?
Yep, it looks awesome.
Let me see. Oh yeah, it is, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, don't
Yeah,
throw
that's
your
really cool.
lampshades away. I was going to use green. I'm going to put it over here.
So I'm going to tell everyone why I love this stuff so much. Because as you saw, like Kristi just said, you can apply your top coat of paint any way you want to, and it gives you different cracks.
Right.
So, you know, if you have something that's flat and boring, this is the product. This is the product for you. And I wanted to, okay.
It's awesome for new
The
stuff
other thing,
because it totally doesn't look new once you've done this.
right.
Is it doing now?
Yeah.
Oh, it's doing little cracks because I did not put it on very thick.
Well, that was going to be my question about putting it on the fabric.
Well, here's the thing. So what I did was I put teak on. So I put the wood stain on because I didn't grab
Correct.
any paint. So you're probably going to have a thinner coat with the wood stain than the paint, I think. So I don't know. Maybe if you put the paint on as a base coat, you would have bigger cracks.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I
this
don't
is
know.
a piece.
But this is cool this way.
Yes, it is. Very cool.
I like it. I like the little ones. And it's pretty,
Yeah.
you know, it's cracking uniform all the way around.
Yeah.
Close-up.
See, this is my little box. My little box looks like your lampshade.
Yeah, it does. Oh yeah.
This is my display box. And so it shows all the different, there's small and vertical, horizontal. It's got a good array.
Here's a better close-up now.
I know, it's awesome. So this is,
One
I don't
last
know
thing, you
if,
guys, and then-
these are jars.
one last thing, and then you guys can do whatever you want to do. Okay. Let me see.
Okay, well,
I just
Heidi's
want to
still
do
with
one more thing.
customers, so I'm just,
Okay, so listen.
sure,
Nancy's
go.
giving up the offering plate.
Alfred was looking for change because he thought it was a collection plate. So these were given to me by my neighbor. My neighbor's mother, who's 101, and that she didn't want them anymore, but she didn't want me to throw them away, which I guess they're nice. So anyway, this is brass. And then I painted 2 of them. And of course, I had to put Crackle on. I think I'll put the Crackle on this. I'll just do one. So I put the Crackle on, and now, let's see what happens. I don't think it's gonna matter. It's pretty thick. Thicker than usual. So I think what we're learning is you can put this Crackle on anything, and it will do what it was made to do.
You know, we really don't have a bad restaurant in town, so I always ask them.
Come on, you. It's because it's so thick. If you're putting the paint on thin, I think you will get faster crackling. than if you're
No,
putting it
it's
on.
forming. You can see it right there.
Man,
Yeah,
I put my
I
glasses
can
on.
see it right there where I got the.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look. Oh yeah, look it. You guys.
Sweet.
Oh, wanted to see if the brass was going to pop through too.
That's cracking around all the rim and.
So what you could do is, like, if you wanted to put another color on here, but you wanted to make it a wash, you could do that easily. And like Karri said, it will still crack. After
Yeah,
this
until
dries. And then yeah, that would be cool to put a wash on here and then have it crack too. Oh, that's really pretty.
So here we go. Look at
That's
that.
really, here, do you want me to turn it?
Yeah.
That's cool.
There you go.
It's like $1,000 lampshade. Okay, so let me see.
So here we go back to the plate.
Okay, Nancy, Kitty has a question.
I'm sorry, yes?
Okay, she said if I paint, use super tack, then foil, then crackle, then paint, would that work?
Uh-huh. Oh, foil and then crackle?
Yeah.
Foil and then crackle and then paint? Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
You got it, Nance.
Yeah,
I mean, Kitty.
the,
Says yes.
the crackle will stick to the foil.
I have
And
so many
then
customers.
will stick to the crackle. Yeah, that'll work.
Sweet. Okay, when we were talking about like going over it, this is just an example. Again, one of the things that I have at the shop to show people. But if you look at this jar has the sable glaze on it, and this has clear. So you can see that you can get even more dimension by adding the glaze over the top, or even a shimmer, I guess, at this point, now that we've got all these shimmer beautiful colors. Just my examples. So you can see clear, sable. Yes, Kitty, please do share when you do that, because we all want to see all. I love your black bottle, by the way, Kitty. Or navy, whatever color it was. But anyway, okay. So we've got lampshades, we've got chargers. So did the brass come through on the charger?
I don't know if it has yet.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, here's some.
I like that.
Oh, here's some. Oh, then there's the
I see it.
Oh, yeah, look at it did right here. Go do really close up, because can you see?
Yeah.
Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it, but there it did crack through, which means that totally the foil is going to work. And here's more too that's going through with the brass, so the foil will absolutely work. I thought it would, but now I know it will for sure. Here's more.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
And like I said,
So
this paint was really thick. So if it was thinner, you get, if this paint was thinner like this, you'd get more cracks. This bisque was a lot thinner.
Well, and to Nancy, I just wanted to say I've painted something and then applied the surface crack and let it set for 3 days before I put the second coat of paint on top of it, and it cracks beautifully. So
3 days.
Oh, you can have it like you can put it in the closet for years and
forever.
not.
Heidi's like, wasn't it 3 months?
Not with it, and it will. You can come out and paint it, and it will crack.
Yes, it will, as long as it's not sealed, right?
Right. No, there's no time frame on that.
Just wondering with the super tack. I don't know what that question is, Katie, or Kitty, I'm sorry.
On the foil?
On
the foil?
It is for the foil, yeah. She was just wondering how it was going to work with the super tack.
Yeah, but I don't think the super tack and the crackle aren't going to touch each other, right?
I don't think so, because you'll have the foil in between, right, Kitty? Are we getting the right lineup?
We're got another
paint,
sandwich.
foil, surface crack, paint again.
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, that's like a sandwich with cheese, right? She says some will. Some of the surface, the tack stuff, the super tack will. Some will.
It's not gonna affect it.
Okay, I don't think so either. Okay, I'm gonna hand this over to my partner in crime, Heidi Ho. Say hi, Heidi. And Beans.
Sign off or?
Got shots today. Just one rabies shot. And so did Mochi, and Mochi's mad. Let's show you Mochi. She's walking away. She's like,
nastiest fur right now.
she's like the diva that says, Okay, so I have all these examples, and I wanted to show just real quick.
No,
Yes.
no, you just go ahead, because I'm pretty much done. If nobody has any questions, then we don't have to.
You're going to stay on, though, to answer, right? You're going to stay on to answer questions?
I will do that, yes.
Okay.
I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, then we're going to sign off. We're going to sign off Nancy. And we thank her for everything she does. And Alfred, because he's awesome, too. Hi, Nance.
Thank you.
And I'm going to talk for a little bit, and then we'll go, because there's really, well, Heidi and I will talk. We'll probably be here a while. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see you next week.
Okay.
What are we going to do next week? We're going to do stencils next week, right?
Stencil. I think stencils.
No.
We'll do stencils.
Yeah. All right. Bye, Nance and Alfred.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
See you guys.
Okay, so now you have Karri and Heidi. I'm passing it over to Heidi because she's the awesome one. But what I wanted to tell everyone, like you've heard me say, Surface Crack is one of my favorite things to use because you get so many looks. Like I went up and showed them your table that you had that was old and cracked and whatever. So this is my, let me scoop here. So this is my display at the shop. And this gives you a really good a really good definition of how it can change depending on how you put it on. This is really thick. This goes this way. This is really thin. And then I've taken the sable glaze over the top after I've applied my second coat of paint, and the glaze also highlights it even more. This is what it looked like before. So you can see the different effects. And this is what it looked like when I started. So again, it's my favorite product in the world because, and Heidi's going to love this because this is her soapbox, it gives you the effect of the old lead cracked paint without having the lead cracked paint in your world. Right?
I don't know. Kristi says she can't hear us now. I'm here. Can you hear me now?
Oh.
Who can hear me now?
Maybe they just see us.
So yes, I had old lead cracked paint windows. Oh, nobody can hear us.
Huh.
So I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
Nobody can hear us. Leslie can hear us. I don't know. Mary can hear us.
Okay. Come back. If you can't hear us. Oh, well, I can't. If you can't hear us.
Some can hear us, some can't. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Who can hear us and who can't.
Well, we've had this problem before when people get on their computers. They have to go out and come back in. So I don't know how to tell people that.
My volume's all the way up, so you turn your volume up.
Okay, so I guess if people can hear, Mom, you can hear, Mary can hear.
Says Karri needs to be closer to the microphone, and that's because
Karri is right
Heidi's
here.
holding it. Karri's right here.
I'll talk louder. Okay, so people can hear? We're good?
They can hear us, but
Some can't.
they say you're not close enough to the mic.
I'll talk right here. Is that better? Okay, so one thing I wanted to show you about the surface crack, which is awesome, is you can start with bare wood. Doesn't necessarily have to be painted, and you can apply the surface crack, and the wood will come through. So that gives you a really authentic looking, aged look. Right? Don't you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
And so I'm just going to show you real quick. It's so easy to do. The surface crack has been applied and dried. A little bit of paint.
Maybe we'll get so technical and so good we have to put a microphone on Karri.
There you go. That's exactly what you need to do.
We are currently not talking, so...
No, yeah, sorry. I'm painting. And you apply your paint thin, and look, it starts instantaneously. Seriously.
We did a video, I don't know, was it 6 months ago or
I think so, yeah.
that we did the surface crack, so...
It was a 2-part series, so if you go back through my videos on the bird's nest, you will be able to see them, because I keep everything. But I was gonna, I wanted to make note that, or whatever, I don't know what I want to do, but, the pictures for the promo on this, of the windows that my mom did, and then she made room dividers out of them, they're awesome. She took not old windows, probably new windows, made them look old, and then went to Home Depot or Lowe's someplace and got the window film.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And cut them out, and they're beautiful. So if you haven't looked at them, you should.
Okay, so Kitty was asking if this is bare wood.
Yes.
It's not.
Oh.
It's not bare wood. This is actually like a ladder from bunk beds.
Yep.
And so it's not even necessarily the greatest wood. It might even be press board or something. So it has whatever the factory stain is on it, on that composite press board,
Right.
whatever.
But now, Kitty, I have done it on raw wood, but I always apply a stain and then the surface crack.
Show her the box again.
Show her the box. I'm coming, box. I'm coming.
So if you flip it over,
But that has paint.
right. But you can do stain as well. Just it gets
Yes.
a little more color behind it.
Right. I like the first piece I showed when I started the video, the table with the metal piece in it, that was raw wood with stain, and then I put the surface crack on it. So yes, I mean, if you wanted it white underneath it, I guess you could apply it directly to raw wood. But I would think you'd want a stain or some kind of color, vibrant splatter, any of that underneath it, because you want the two-tone. Look at how great it is.
Yes, I like it. And so, like we were saying before, I don't think I finished my sentence because everybody was like about bare wood.
Yeah.
I mean, no, about not being able to hear us. That my son, when he was a year old and just starting to walk, we only had chipping lead paint in our windowsills. And of course, he would stand at the windowsills and pick out the lead paint and eat it.
Not good. Not good.
No. So we had to do the whole, lead testing every year or every week for a month, and then every month for a year, and then the Visiting Nurses Association came out and did puzzles with him every week, and the DHS truck was parked outside my house testing my entire house for lead paint, and they would have taken my child away if we did not comply with their testing.
Right.
So
lead paint is not something to mess around with.
And so people love this old windows, old doors, all that kind of stuff in their house, which is nice. It looks pretty, but seal it, because that chipping lead paint is very, very dangerous. Especially when they eat it. And apparently it's sweet. It's like antifreeze. Antifreeze is sweet. That's why kids like it. It actually tastes good, but it'll kill you.
So, here we are. This is what Mary did on her windows that I showed you in the promo. So she took windows, made them look old. There's no lead, nothing. Seal them. You can either seal them clear, or like I said, I've put sable. You could put ebony, any of the glazes over the top to seal it.
That's in a jar. So pretty.
Yep. I know. I like it really. Actually, we had several people do jars for Christmas for people. Because it really is simple. And I'm going to show you how simple it is. Okay, these are all my projects. So this is what I was showing you. This is that jar, the vase we did
Oh, last week when we were showing
when we
off
were
the
playing.
patina?
Yep.
Or a couple weeks ago?
Was it 2 weeks already? Yeah, I think it was.
I don't know. We're not real good with our projects. They're all still sitting over there unsealed.
Shame on you. Those are your projects.
Yeah. See? Lamp hasn't moved.
I
No,
did.
Actually, we're kidding. Carrie painted a brass lamp.
I know. Barn door.
Barn door. Yep.
Okay, so this has the crack on it, and it's dried, as you can see. And this is a shimmer paint diluted. So, but you don't have to dilute it, but I did because this is something I've had for a while. And try to go in one direction with the shimmers because, well, I guess you can go willy-nilly, whatever you want to do. I like to go one direction with the shimmers. I would paint everything in the world this blue. I love this blue. And we'll see what happens.
Oh, this is a test? You've not done the shimmer yet?
Well, I did here. But we're just going to see how long it takes. I thought it took a little longer. I can see it starting here. Oh, yeah. There it goes. Can you see in the light?
It's like magic. Yeah, the light's hitting me just right. It's like watching paint dry.
It is. So, and as it dries, it gets more cracks, which is awesome. So don't go back over it. So that's with a shimmer. Oh, look at it from this angle. Awesome.
Yep, so here we go.
And that's cool because
Oops,
it has all
rotate
kinds
your
of colors.
device.
Yes,
Sorry.
okay, sorry. Okay. So now I'm going to show you. Let me wash my brush.
Okay, so we got quiet again because Carrie walked away. She's washing her brush. Here, this piece over here, this ladder, continues to crack. Thicker crack gives you, like if you apply it thicker, you get thicker cracks. Deanna, this was a brass lamp that Carrie painted barn door red with sable? Chestnut.
I put
Chestnut over top, so it really is kind of
Barny.
really dirty looking. Takes that barn door red and makes it really dirty looking. And then did you still seal it with clear as well?
No, I didn't.
Really? It's so shiny.
I know.
How'd that happen?
I don't know.
So this was our corrugated tin, faux corrugated tin lamp from last week
Here,
with our brass lamp that we painted the week before.
And now we've got an old Crackle ladder to
Yeah.
go with it.
Look at that.
I think it looks nice. I like the barn door with it.
Yeah, I do too. I really do.
Yeah.
So now we're going back to the shimmer.
Which is
I know, Deanna, I said the same thing. It's so shiny. I thought for sure that she put clear over it.
No, I didn't.
So,
Maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe it's just the way the light's hitting it.
there's that shimmer that's cracking.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
That's pretty. If Heidi even said something that's shimmery is pretty,
I know, huh?
that's something.
Everybody would freak out. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to apply the crack. Damp brush, as always, with all of our products. This has some on there already dried. I'll show you. I'm going to make it yellow.
Kitty, this is the blue shimmer. Navy shimmer.
Yeah. My favorite.
Navy shimmer, and it's actually diluted because she's used it for a lot of things and just diluted it.
I use it as a wash on most things. The lamp. Remember
That's
the lamp?
right.
Okay. So when you're putting on your surface crack, it's really gooey. See? More. And like we've said, thicker gives bigger cracks, thinner gives little. I put it on and then I just kind of go all over with it because it gives you different feels. So again, I'm using one of my chippy brushes, Kristi. Not that I need a new brush. And I just let it dry. Now, one thing you want to make sure, if you're doing it on a vertical surface, don't put it on real thick because it will
Drip.
drip.
Gravity.
So try to make it as horizontal as you can. But you can see, can you see that thinner here, globbed on here? So it's going to give you all different depths of cracking.
So that's where it's thicker. You can see that.
Seriously, you can do this with anything. You can do this on canvas, you can do it on glass, on metal, on plastic, raw wood.
And let it dry.
And let it dry. That is, yes, you have to let it dry. And I always tell people, dry to the touch, not dry to the tacky. Because see, like this is dry to the touch. It gives you a better crack in the end.
And again, we let something go. It had to have been a month.
That probably was.
It was a month, easily.
That was the customer's fault.
Yeah. So the customer wanted to learn how to do crack. Karri thought she was going to be ahead of the game and get the crack on before the lady came. And then she didn't come for a month. And the crack, then we put the paint on, it still activated.
After we got all the cat hair off, because Mochi slept, or Bean slept on it.
Don't say that.
Yeah. Bean sleeps on some of our furniture. Okay, so this is dry. Oh, I did this with the hardware opulent. It wasn't quite dry when I got to it, but that's kind of cool too. This is slate on the base, and this was onyx. But now I'm going to put yellow over it just to powwow. And Nancy's right. Try not to go over it too much. Kind of willy-nilly. And I like some of the color coming through. I mean, some of the undercolor coming through, so I'm not real picky about stuff like that. Because that's the look I like. Chicken pretty much almost instantaneous. Look at sweet. I think that is why I like this product. Because it's like, wow, look, there's already cracks. It's a big glob.
Cat hair.
Oh, it's paint. Surface crack coming out. Oh, we're just going to leave that for TV purposes.
Look at that nice new brush.
I know, huh? Where's my sister?
Brand new.
No, not brand new. Look, it's been used. I do take care of some of them. So there you go. Maybe I didn't have surface crack down here. I can't remember, but it's a crackle in a way. And it's seriously that simple, guys. That simple. And actually, for all the projects that we've done today, and plus other things, this is an 8 ounce, and I've used about half, right? Very economical. Especially for a pop. You know, you don't have to do your whole entire piece like this, although we have. Don't get me wrong. I did, that dry sink that Tom built.
Oh, yeah.
I did the whole thing to look like this in cranberry bliss on the bottom and
did have crack over there.
Yeah, I know. Look, little bits. Some just takes longer than the others. You just have to let it dry. And once it's dry, you have to seal it. You have to.
Yeah, when it's dry, you have to seal it. We have had it reactivate.
Yeah. Because somebody didn't seal it properly. Who would that be? Me. So, anybody have any questions? Comments?
Anybody have any questions or comments about the surface crack? Cece just read her little thing. She said that somebody painted it with somebody else's paint, and she still was able to crack and cyan over top.
Yes, I'm sure. That's true.
So there's a shimmer. There's the hardware opulence. Even gets that crack.
I know. I'm pretty impressed with that. That was kind of a bad spot because, like I said, it wasn't quite dry, 100%. But that one little strip looks really cool.
And even that glob that you had to fix isn't so bad.
No. There's globs in life. And like I said before, or maybe it just showed you, if you're in a hurry, you can use one of these to dry it. But we're not in a hurry. We're just going to let it set. Since we've done everything. And again, like I said, I have done it on raw wood with the stains underneath as the base. I would assume you could do it with the gel stains, the vibrant splatters, if you wanted like the blue or fuchsia or something to come through. But that's where we are, guys.
I think we're good.
I think we're good. We want to thank all of you for joining us tonight for our crack.
Look, there's Beans. She's hawking the food. Feed me, feed me. Feed me.
And I don't know. We'll see you next week. Next week we're going to do stencils, raised stencils with magic mud. And maybe we'll even do some of the new technique with the Bondo thing, with the epoxy and the magic mud. But we'll see.
Sounds good.
We appreciate you guys watching us on Thursday nights. We enjoy sharing with you. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and we'll get back to you.
Have a good night.